I go where I want, good. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Yeah. I go where I want, good.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. By the title of the video, you already know what we are getting into. I'm just going to say this first. You're gonna see him walking around. He's probably gonna be jumping up. He's probably going to be, okay? Y'all are gonna get a first-hand glimpse of why you don't see Sage in videos. Not that I don't love him, but he definitely gets in the way and is very active and distracting. But we're gonna do it for the sake of this video. The video's for him, so why would we not have a minute, okay? So yeah, welcome to my 10-month-old pup date. This is for anybody looking to get a puppy, just got a puppy, planning to get a puppy, has a dog. I still call him a puppy, but when people see him, they be like, girl, that's a dog. He's still little to me, but they say he's big. That's a dog. Tell me what you think in the comments below. 10 months, I feel like 10 months, you're still a puppy. Until he's 1, I feel like he's still very much a puppy, but tell me your thoughts. I'm gonna bring him over real quick so we can kind of get that out of the way, and I'm gonna bring him back at the end of the video too, but let me grab Sage for y'all. Look at Sage. This is his size. We're gonna get into that because one of his questions are, how much does he weigh? Oh God, here he is. Hi, baby. Here he is. He doesn't like the camera. I'm gonna, see. You say hi to them. He don't really like the camera, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to pick him up. Okay, but that is Sage. Every video, y'all are in the comments.
Where's Sage? That's cool and all. I like your little project, whatever, but where's Sage? Oh, I love that, but where's Sage?
First of all, I don't appreciate it. It's very disrespectful. Y'all treat me like one of those mothers who come home from the hospital with a baby and it's like, oh, I love you, but where's the baby? And don't get me wrong, I get it, but it really just hurts my feelings.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm just playing. I know y'all love Sage, so this video is just for y'all. And like I said, anybody who's looking to get a puppy, planning to get a puppy, just got a puppy, anything puppy related, I hope that this video acts as a tool to your journey. This is not going to be me answering every question politically correct in all the nice ways that you expect. I'm just gonna be real, raw, tell you my thoughts and opinions from my personal experience. I remember being on that end of everything, trying to get all of the knowledge that I can. Just know that you'll never be able to get it perfectly correct, and there will always be things that come up that you did not expect. Expect the unexpected, but do all you can to be prepared. And I'm proud of you because that is why you are here. But before we get into this Q&A, I have to thank Nom Nom for sponsoring today's video. All of Nom Nom meals are prepared in their kitchen in the US, freshly packed and delivered right to your doorstep. Look, you cannot tell me that Sage is not my child, okay? And as he grows, I try to make the best decisions for his health, and what I feed him plays one of the biggest parts in that. It's really easy to sign up. You fill out a short form and Nom Nom will recommend recipes tailored to match their unique health goals, portioned right down to the calorie. And customers report benefits such as more energy, better breath, and a softer coat in as little as 1 month after starting Nom Nom. Nom Nom meals are full of fresh proteins your dog loves and vitamins and nutrients they need to thrive. Nom Nom is powered by a whole team of pet health experts, including vet nutritionists and microbiologists. One of the major things that shocked me about Nom Nom, y'all, is for some reason I just felt like I was gonna be pouring mush into a bowl. You could actually see the proteins and vegetables, like the turkey, the rice, the carrots, perfectly proportioned, no artificial flavors, preservatives, or other unhealthy filler ingredients that could affect your dog's health long term. Our dogs are not just pets, they're a part of our family. So don't ever settle when it comes to your dog's health. If you've been considering a much more healthy option, switch to real, fresh dog food with ingredients you can actually see. Now, of course, and as always, I have a special discount for the tribe. Nom Nom will give you 60% off of your first order, but you have to click the link in the description box. You won't find this exclusive discount on their website. And again, I want to thank Nom Nom. Now let's get back to the video. All right, y'all, so let's get straight into to this. When I ask y'all questions, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm not gonna get enough, but y'all had a lot of questions. So I'm gonna try and run through them, not breeze by them, give you as much as I can, but I don't want this video to be an hour long. So I'm gonna try to minimize the time that I talk for each question, because y'all know I can talk if you let me. Okay. So boom, first question. How much does he weigh now? Sage went to the vet just last week. Sage is, comment below how much you think he weighs. Y'all not even commenting. Come on, we playing the game. 47 pounds. Sage is 47 pounds. His mom and dad were about 50-55, I think. So I feel like Sage is gonna be around that as well. I don't know when dogs stop growing, but he is 47 pounds. Yeah. Does he still like watching TV? What has surprised you the most about having Sage? He absolutely still loves watching TV. I'll throw in a clip of him watching my last video. Now, he doesn't just all the time watch TV, but there's certain things that catch his eye and he'll sit there in front of, like, I have a camera. I have a little camera here that I watch him when he's in the front room and I'm like not in the house. And I've seen him just like sitting in front of the camera, but he's not looking at the camera. He's looking at the TV. He's just like watching. So yeah, I'm a mother that lets the TV raise my child sometimes. What has surprised me the most about having Sage? How well he has integrated into my life, to be honest. Y'all know I was going through it, and I don't think I made it very clear how much of the puppy blues I had. I'm terrified to like do this wrong type of energy that I had at the very beginning. It hit me at first like, oh my God, I'm responsible for the life of this dog, right? But now we have a routine, and it's not like I feel like it's a routine. It's just me and Sage. Like, we start our days together, we end our days together, we go on our walks. It's just, it has surprised me how thoughtless he meshes into my world. You know, if that makes sense. That makes sense? Let me know. Is Sage finished teething? Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you the toughest thing right now that I deal with Sage is teething. I don't even know if you can call it teething at this point, but he's a chewer, okay? He has chewed through things I didn't even know that he could or would even be interested in chewing it on. He has chewed the remotes. He has chewed my credit cards. He has chewed the couch cushions. He has chewed every wicker item in the house, on top of chewing a part of this bar stool that I'm sitting on right now. He has not passed it. If anybody has any tips for me, please let me know. He's a chewer. He's a chewer. I'm talking toys and chews that people recommend for chewers, and they're like, oh, this lasts a week for my dog. Girl, Sage will sit down with that for 30 minutes and be done with it and look at me like, what's next? He's not finished. Help me. How is he with other dogs? He is hyper. He just loves to play. He's super hyper. Sage does not have an aggressive bone in his body, so he's not that type of dog, but he throw them paws. He's bigger than a lot of the dogs that he likes to play with. So for example, when he was going to daycare, you could watch their cameras and stuff. He was one of the dogs that just wanted to play. Some dogs don't want to play. When I was watching my friend Brianna's dog, she's smaller, and I had to kind of keep him separate because it was too much for her. So how is he with other dogs? Super playful. He doesn't know his size, and he's aggressive in a jump on you kind of way, not in a bite you growling kind of way, in a playful but you too big for all that kind of way. Is his grooming as hard as people say it is? Grooming is not hard. Grooming is tedious. I'm that person that whenever we go potty, I'm wiping his paws, I'm wiping his privates, his butts, because he's not bringing all that into my house. But on top of that, sometimes, most of the time, he'll get like little leaves or stuff into his fur, so it's a routine. It's like clockwork. We come in, we clean off, and I have to constantly comb his paws and his hair and his ears and stuff like that. So is it as hard as people say it is? Again, it's not hard. It's kind of like, and I can't speak for everybody, for me it's just a part of the territory. I knew what I was getting into. As far as grooming, I haven't gotten into, like, I'll trim his hairs around his eyes so I can see his eyes if it gets like too crazy. I clipped one of his nails too short and it was bleeding out. I thought he was going to die. I had a whole episode, so I'll never do that again. It was perfectly fine, but it was a thing for me. It was a whole thing, y'all. So I will never clip his nails again. I get him groomed. He has a specific groomer. We do that, but in the meantime, I make sure that we comb through his hair. I don't send him to the groomer, mat it. We don't do that. I know you live in a different state, but how much does doggy daycare cost? He stopped going to the doggy daycare he was going to because at 7 months, if you are not neutered, they do not take you. He is not neutered yet. That's a whole nother conversation. However, I do use an app called Rover. I've used them for dog walks when I had to go to work and boarding. I haven't done daycare. When he was going to daycare though, my daycare was I think about $26 a day, which adds up. It adds up, but I was only going into the office like once a week, so it worked out. $26 roughly. When I was looking at doggy daycares, you'd probably be looking at about like 25 to 40 bucks. Some higher, some lower. You get what you pay for kind of thing. I think the most important thing you want to remember is, can I see my baby during the day? Baby, I was on that camera. When I first dropped him off at doggy daycare for the first day, I am not playing. The first day I dropped him off at doggy daycare, I got in my car and I sat there for an hour watching the camera and I was crying. Y'all probably like, girl, how much do you cry? Quite a bit, but that's not the point. The point is I was just like, how is he gonna do with the other dogs? You know what I mean? And it took him a minute to kind of like, at first he was like, oh my God, what is this? Then he became that dog that was just ready to play. So I would definitely highly recommend, if you're thinking about doggy daycare, bare minimum requirement is to be able to monitor and watch them all day. Who is Sage's bestie? It's my cousin, y'all. They swear they best friends. This Sage bestie, I guess, or whatever. But it's really me. Like, I'm the only one he loves. I'm his favorite, right? Girl, he is asleep. I'm his bestie. What advice would you give a new Goldendoodle mom? Get ready to brush and comb his hair often, girl. That's numero uno. Especially if you live somewhere, like if it's raining outside and y'all going for a walk, it depends what kind of dog mom you want to be. I'm very much we can't track the outside in the house, so it's routine and maintenance when it comes to the hair. It's not like a short-haired dog where they can just go out and come back in. His paws and the hair, and it's wet and it's dripping. And have you one of these? Okay, have you one of these? And have you one of these? As far as what I use daily, I use these daily. I use this the most because when it comes to doodles, you'll see a lot of people just doing all this. I like to take this part with the smaller bristles and get through the hair. And Sage is not tender. Look, you know how we could be tender-headed? I call it tender-bodied on him. Like I could comb through him with no problem. And I would say start that very young. Just don't be aggressive, obviously, but don't be afraid to comb through it. They're fine. Like they can take some combing. You gotta do that often. You gotta do that often because one time I did kind of like slack off on it and I ended up having to get a few mats out like under his chin, a few areas by his balls. There was mats over there, and I mean I guess I don't be over there, but over there and like under his underarm area. So be on top of just the regular brushing. You don't have to do it every single day, but don't go a week without doing it. I'll say that. Doodles are hyper, so if you get them at a very, very young puppy, I would say try and get them around people as young as possible. Get them used to greeting people without the jumping at a young age. It's just me and Sage, so we don't have a lot of interactions with other people. Like my friends aren't really dog people. The only really dog friend that I have is Bree, and she's an enabler. Okay, she lets him jump on her. But every doodle parent that I've ran into, when people see Sage, they say the same thing. They're like, oh, mine is the same. So they're very just jumpy and playful. So I would just try and minimize it by starting them very young and getting used to, hey, people. Tell those people to not respond or even acknowledge them while they're jumping, because the people that do deal with him, they don't care. Okay? And that doesn't help me because he's a jumper. We're working on it. We're working on it. Batteries down. Hold on. They are just packed with energy. So this isn't the kind of dog that you can just have in the house all day. Walks. I recommend integrating walks into your daily routine. 1 at the minimum. Me and Sage have at least 1 walk a day. We have days where we don't walk, if I'm being completely honest. It depends. But for the most part, we're walking every day at least once, and sometimes twice. I will say I think it's definitely a per dog kind of thing. I know somebody else with the doodle and he's like, he's perfectly fine, but his doodle was like 2. So like, don't be comparing your dogs to Sage because he ain't there yet. Like, with that said though, like, he'll be tired when we get home, but for some reason he still be wanting to play. I will take perfect example, and this is proof. This is proof. Where my Nike app? Because we went on a walk today. Can y'all see that? Can y'all even see that? Today we had a 2.95 mile walk. Baby, that's 3 miles, okay? 3 miles for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Took him on a walk today. We came back, he's tired. Brush him out, clean his paws, gave him some water. 5 minutes later, he got the ball in his mouth. And I'm like, are you taking drugs? But it's not just for the energy. They really, really enjoy it. So make sure you are walking, playing with your dog outside. It makes them happy. And even though I go to the gym now, I use that as my cardio. It's my me time. I put my headphones on, I meditate, I focus on being present. It's a therapeutic thing that we do. So, you know, make sure that you're making it your you time as well. You're not just there, but you're doing something that makes you feel good too. How's his training going? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been training Sage lately. I really haven't. I mean, we do the regular sit, paw. When he eats, he doesn't eat without me letting him know it's time to go, but we haven't been crazy on training, which I probably really should be. When I first got Sage, I was just heavy on the YouTube videos and how to do this and how to do that. But then life, you know what I mean? So we really just been living. I haven't really been doing much training, which that's probably gonna change because he's been tearing my stuff up. I'm not even gonna hold you. How much did he weigh now and how old is he? Oh, I answered this question. 47 pounds now, and he is 10 months and 2 weeks. Those are the Instagram questions. Let's head over to the YouTube questions. Am I doing good, y'all? I hope I am. Let me know if I'm going through these. And ooh, y'all got questions on YouTube. Okay, whew. Hold on. If you could do it all over, would you change breeds or would you stick with the same one? If I could do it all over again, I would stick with the same breed. Sage don't shed at all. Now, is he hypoallergenic and are people that are allergic to dogs reactive to him? I don't know. I have a friend who has never met Sage, but she is allergic to dogs, and I kind of wanted her to be the test, but I don't want to force her to be the test, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but he absolutely doesn't shed. When I comb him, yes, his hair comes out, but I've never in my entire time of having him seen a piece of hair from Sage on anything in this house. That was my ultimate reason for the Goldendoodle breed. I wanted a golden retriever. I wanted a couple of different dogs for different reasons, but my biggest thing was I can't do the hair. I can do some things, but to be walking around with a lint brush, I can't do the hair. So no, I would not change his breed. Would you want a calmer dog versus a more active dog? Oh, I would love a calmer dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I would love a calmer dog. Sage is a lot energetically, and I have faith that as he gets older, while I don't want him to just be sitting around looking depressed and tired all the time, I would love a calmer dog. But if that means that I don't have Sage, no thank you. You know what I mean? So I would definitely love a calmer dog. He's just not a calmer dog, and I take him for what he is. How is his temperament? He's the friendliest. Like, he'll bark if somebody knocks at the door. If he feels a threat, he has a different kind of bark, and you would think he was this big aggressive dog. People come in, pet him. Like, he's not aggressive at all. Hey girl, I have 2 questions. Do you allow Sage to sleep on your bed? No. Have y'all seen my bed? Girl, he ain't tracking nothing in my bed. My bed is my sanctuary, okay? However, recently I have been allowing him to just sleep in my room with me. I have this pink, like, they have pink and blue, but I don't like the color blue in my home for some reason. It just don't feel right, but it's one of those cooling pads because he gets hot. So I have that in my room where he lays on, and while he's getting up and down to find different spots, because he does that all throughout the night. But yeah, he has upgraded to being able to sleep in my room with me. He is not allowed onto my bed, no. Do you make your own dog food for him? I do not make my own dog food for him. Sage has been eating dry dog food. It was my goal to have him eat the same food at the very minimum for the first year. I do actually plan to make his own dog food or using a service like the Nom Nom. I wasn't sure how he would take to that, and I want to make sure that it's something I can commit to before I actually like dive all the way in. That's a big thing, to change your dog's food completely, because you could run into a situation like where they just don't want the old version anymore, and if it's something you can't obtain, you can't continue, then what do you do? So no, I don't make my own dog food. Will I eventually? More than likely, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Do you feel one day soon you will give Sage a brother or a sister, or will he be an only dog? I was just talking to, who was I talking to about this? I was talking to my nail tech. She has multiple dogs, and I was like, everybody tells me that when you get one, you're gonna wanna get another one. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I look at Sage on that camera when I am away from the house, or like when I'm busy and he really just wants to play, but he's just waiting for me to be available. It does make me sad sometimes because he seems very bored sometimes, which again, why things like walks and playing with them is very important. As little as it seems for us, it could be the highlight of their day. I also think that getting a puppy when you already have a dog, from what I've seen and what I've heard, is easier that time around because you have a dog to kind of help guide them. They have somebody to play with and things like that. I don't want two dogs. I don't want two dogs. I don't want two dogs. But life takes you in so many different ways, right? So who knows? It's definitely not a plan. It's definitely not something that I want at this time, but I'm not completely closed off to it. Any products that you purchased prior to getting him that you don't use as much as you thought you would? I don't use his nail trimmer. That's a personal thing though. If that's what you want to do for your dog, do it. I'm terrified, so I don't use that. I really only bought necessities, so I really kind of used everything that I bought, to be completely honest. The hair dryer that I bought though, it's smaller than I would like it to be. So if you watch that video, the wand shaped blow dryer for his hair, I rarely use that because it just feels like he's just sitting there shaking for eternity while I try and get through his hair. So I don't use that. I wouldn't recommend that, not necessarily because it's bad, but because it's just so small, it doesn't cover enough space. Monthly expenses, I don't pay too much attention to how often I buy Sage's food, but I do feel like it's monthly. That's about 70 bucks. Sage gets his flea and tick and heartworm every month. That's about 60 bucks. He goes through chews, yak chews, cow ears and things like that very quickly. So that's roughly, I'm talking, let's say 50. And I say 50 because, for example, I bought a yak chew off of Amazon. It's $12. It's like the rectangular shaped cheese block, but it has different flavors. I'll buy that and he'll eat it in a day, literally in a day. So I'll probably buy 2 or 3 of those a month with other chews. So like 50 for chews. Sage is probably, the walking, boarding, Sage is probably a good $300 a month, if not more than that, because I'm really not even, I don't even think about the things when I gotta get it for him, because I gotta get it for him. Not that I got it like that, just so we clear. But he's not cheap. He wasn't cheap to get and he's not cheap to keep. Was it? He ain't cheap. He ain't cheap. He wasn't cheap to get and he not cheap to keep. Ooh. Why am I like this? New products you've purchased that you love. I purchased this is, it's dirty right now, so don't judge me, but I purchased, hi. Oh, he thinks we're going on a walk now that I got to sell. Oh, Lord. No, we're not going walkies yet, okay? Not yet. Not yet, okay? You sit down. Get down. Not yet. No, we're not going walkie. We're not going walkie. Not right now. Get out. Y'all getting me in trouble. I got this Wild One harness and leash. I got this a while back. I actually am about to go into the next size and they have a cute green one, y'all. It's it's just so cute. It's perfect for him. So I'm probably gonna change the size. This has held up really, really good though, and I got it from Wild One. Sage, we not going walking, not right now. No. His auntie Bree, when I first got him, she got me a year subscription to Pup Box, and like almost every month they send him new snacks, new toys. That has been so helpful in like introducing Sage to new toys. He hasn't met a toy that he hasn't been able to chew up though. Like he be destroying toys like crazy. And I'm not gonna do a toy haul because he has chewed them all. I did also get this slicker brush from Amazon. This is from Freshly Bailey. This was like my dupe for the Pupwell slicker brush. I didn't want to pay what they was charging for that. I really wanted it aesthetically. It's very cute, but I just couldn't justify it for what it was. So I do like this. If y'all want me to link it, I'll link it. Oh, wait. Hold on, I think I got another product for y'all. Okay, so another item that I love are these ear wipes. Y'all, he gets ear infections often. Okay, that is also just something that comes with his breed. So be on top of cleaning their ears. It's just like circular pads with this little solution on them. He does not like getting his ears clean, so I find that this is one of the easiest ways. They have the solution that you squeeze into their ears and stuff. Girl, he'd be fighting me on that. So I really like these. I get them from Amazon. I'll link them if you want me to. I won't say this is a favorite. I'll say that this works if your dog likes it. Sage does not. This lights up and it comes with the remote and it moves by itself. So it can keep your dog entertained. This freaks Sage out, so we can't play with it. However, I do feel like it's a one-off situation. I feel like he's just a little weird. But if your dog isn't like Sage, I do recommend this ball. Again, it lights up, moves around the floor. If you need extra time and you need your dog to be entertained, it moves by itself, and it does have good reviews. That one is, again, I think it depends on the dog. As far as snacks, this is one of his favorites, y'all. We have been getting these since he was a little puppy. Now he just chews through them like it's nothing, but it used to give me a little bit. Yeah, he loves these. He really, really loves these. These are sweet potato chews. He loves sweet potato chews. You want chew? You want something chew? You sit down. Yeah. Okay. He does this thing like when I give him something, he'll pick it up and throw it and like toss it around a little bit first. But anyways, you can also find these at Amazon. You can find them at a better price at Home Goods. They always have them at Home Goods. And I recommend getting the big bag because they go fast. Now this last thing I'm gonna show y'all, like of my favorite things that he likes. Some of y'all are gonna see this and be disgusted, because if I'm being completely honest, I was like that. I was like, what the hell? Like, why would you give that to your dog? But when you become a dog owner, you kind of understand those things. So Sage also chews cow ears. No, no more. Get down. Get down. This is one of the things that does take them a little bit longer to chew through. And these are the ones that I get from Amazon. This, you see how big this bag is, y'all? The bag ain't cheap, but it gives me a break. Judge Mama, I ain't got no explanation for you, but he does like those. Comment below if y'all feed your dogs anything like that. Y'all, like, being a dog mama has opened me up to some things. That's all I'm gonna say. Hi Shonda, how often do you groom him? And 2, what is his breed? How often do I groom him? Professionally groom, he's probably groomed every month and a half. Like, not exactly at a month. I let it stretch out a little bit because it ain't cheap, okay? But he does have a normal groomer that he goes to, so it doesn't get out of hand. What is his breed? He is a multi-gen Goldendoodle. So Goldendoodle is a golden retriever and a poodle. There are like different versions of it, you know, like F1B, F1BB, F2, blah blah blah. He is a multi-gen, which basically means that his mother and father are already Goldendoodles. They are second generations. They're not just half and half. They are Goldendoodles, if that makes sense. So he is a Goldendoodle. At any point in this process, did you regret getting a dog? I never regretted getting a dog. At the very beginning of the process, I was terrified of what I had gotten myself into, but not one time did I ever think I'm taking him back, especially now. Baby, I'm gonna try and insert clips and y'all I'm exposing him. I am exposing him. Spirit My trust is without borders. Help me walk across the waters, wherever you may call me. Cause he be in his house tearing my stuff up, okay? Here's a little fun fact about me though. Like, I love a good aesthetic. I love nice things. I love comfortability. But what shocks people often is I am not materialistic at all. Like, stuff is stuff to me. He has chewed up my pillow covers. He has chewed through the bottom of the cushion of my couch. He has chewed up my rug, completely destroyed my Architectural Digest book. But as much as I like nice things, it is just stuff. It's like bottom of the list of importance to me. So it doesn't bother me on that level. I say that to say, to your typical person, I have had quite the reason to feel like, oh hell no, you gotta get up out of here. But never do I feel like that. I just look at those things as, okay, what could I have done differently, and what are we gonna do next so that this doesn't happen again? I am also looking into training for him. That's a whole other situation. So comment below any suggestion as far as like, if you've done training, do you recommend in-home training, boarding, that kind of thing? I'm kind of, I don't mind investing in Sage in that aspect, but I don't like to waste my money. And I feel like a lot of those situations, it's a money grab. So let me know your thoughts on training when it comes to the chewing. But no, I do not regret getting a dog. I very much knew what I was getting into. Sage could not do anything to make me want to get rid of him. He is an extension of me. So whatever comes with him is just, we gonna ride this out regardless. Period! Is he able to play in the backyard? No, he's not. I actually had somebody coming a few weeks ago, but then he called in sick, and then I didn't call in to reschedule, but we did reschedule for tomorrow. He's gonna look at the sand spurs back here, and we are going to hopefully have a resolution. But no, he has not gone out in the backyard. I was wondering if you had a solution to that problem. I don't have a solution yet, but if you want me to give you an update, I most definitely will. Have you had any problems with Sage digging holes in your backyard? Probably not. My nephew is an angel. Sage can do no wrong. First of all, this is your problem. You're all enablers. Because he doesn't go in the backyard, he hasn't had the opportunity to show me if he's a hole digger. Hi, I love your channel. Thank you. Sage is the cutest. Thank you. I plan to get a dog in May. Aww. What do you feed him? Do you feed raw meals, freeze-dried, cooked, or kibble, rehydrated with toppers? Have you tried Farmer's Dog or Carnivore? I haven't tried any of those. Right now, Sage eats dry food. It is the Purina Pro Plan Puppy and Lemon Rice. I really just plan to keep him on the same food for the first year. That's when I felt like he was an adult and I could kind of go into maybe making my own food or trying services like Nom Nom. Do you have a first aid kit for him? What is in it? How do you store all his supplies? So many questions. Well, thank you for your questions. Your questions are actually really, really good and pretty specific. I don't have a first aid kit specifically for him. When I did cut his nail and it bled, I did get that powder. So I do have that for him. I have a regular first aid kit, but not specifically for Sage. He kind of would use the same thing that I would use, or not. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you for that. I didn't know there was a first aid kit for a dog. And I store all his things in that little bin there. And I can't even say all his things. Most of his things are in the kitchen closet. And somebody commented under her, well, I don't even have a first aid kit for my dog. So that's a good question. Like you said, like in my mind, I was like, that's a good question. Thank you for your question. I'm gonna be looking up doggy first aid kit. So y'all, we need to get first aid kits for the babies. What are we doing? Do you have any family or friends that are allergic or scared of dogs? Not that are scared. Liz, one of my friends, is allergic. How long do you manage that when they visit your house? And again, nobody's really scared of dogs that I know. So if anything though, I still have Baby Gates, and I have Baby Gates because he's still a chewer. If he wasn't a chewer, he'd have free range because he's don't potty or anything in the house, but he's a chewer. So we have to have Baby Gates. The front room's kind of like his main space, but you know, he does still have that little, I would say like playpen gate gated area in the front area. Do you still keep in contact with his breeder for support? I haven't reached out to her a lot, to be honest. She has responded and has been there anytime that I have reached out. Just as of lately, I really haven't. Towards the beginning, I had some questions like vet-wise and stuff, and she was always there, quick to respond. But it's lifetime support, so she's definitely always there. How did you train him? My fur babies like my kids, they don't listen. He is like a kid, okay? And he knows the basics training, like sit. But when you say they like kids, they're really like kids. I've had moments where I'm like, all right, say sit, and he won't. And I'll say, sit yours down, and he will. So take that how you want to take it. But I've really not been crazy big on training, like tricks and stuff. I don't know, I'm honestly not interested in that kind of thing. I didn't get a dog for the circus, if that makes sense. How has life changed for you since getting him? Like, he has just meshed really well into my life as far as what I actually need to wake up early in the morning. If I don't feel like getting outside and getting some sun, he's there to remind me that, hey, we gotta go on a walk. So he has added to my life in so many different ways. Like, when I do feel alone, I'm not alone because he's always there, whether it's to get on my nerves or to just remind me that I'm not alone. So I'm very grateful and appreciative for Sage. I love him. I love him as much as he gets on my nerves quite often, okay? My life has definitely changed for the better. He's definitely helped fill it. Will you be putting Sage in training? I'm thinking about it. I'm just thinking about it. Again, when your dog was about 10, 11 months, or when your dog was at the point of like the chewing stage, how did you go about it? Did you do boarding? Did you bring someone into your home? Did you use YouTube videos? Please drop your suggestions as far as that goes below. Also, give me some hope that it gets better, please. He's hurting me. Someone has grown. Yes, he has. He's a big boy. Is he going to get any bigger? Again, his mom and dad were about 50 to 55, so he's probably going to be around that as well. How do you prevent matting, combing, and brushing them often? Do not go like a full week without brushing your dog. They might look fluffy and fun, right? But it's maintenance. You can't get past it. What does this cost per month? I've already said it. I'd say probably like $300. Did he do a lot of nipping, mouthing? If so, how or when did it stop? Sage had a period when he was a puppy where he would bite my flesh. Like, it was aggressive when he had them little puppy teeth, y'all. He literally like bit me on the lip here and it was like cut, and I was like, oh no, like what is going on? Like, I had bite marks all over me. So he went through that stage, and it's just because puppies think that you're a puppy, like not in a literal sense, but also yes, like they don't know the limits. They grew up playing with their litter mates. But he stopped, I would say, at about like 4 or 5-ish months. If you're going through that, it does get better, I will say that, especially when the puppy teeth are gone. But I don't want to think about that time in our lives anymore. But that is all the questions, y'all. I hope that I answered them well for y'all. I tried to be as thorough as possible without making this so extended because I want to get as much information in there as possible. If this was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and comment below your favorite part. Also, let me know if y'all want more updates for Sage. I don't say it just to say it. I say it because if it is helpful to somebody, I will do my best. I will do my best to make more. For example, if there are questions that y'all are thinking about now or thinking about in the future, let me know if y'all want me to continue this series on giving y'all updates and just giving y'all my experience, hopefully in a way that will be helpful to others. Help me too. Like, I'm still very new to this. I'm a dog mom, and while I think I'm doing a pretty good job, I'm not perfect. So if y'all have any suggestions or tips for me, please let me know below. It's about time for Sage to eat, but I'm gonna show him to y'all one more time. He's laying down right now, so hopefully he can be calm about this. Hold on. You say bye to them? I'm learning, just because I can pick him up don't mean that I should. But can you say bye to them? Can you say bye to them? Can't really never like this camera, y'all. Oh, you sleepy? Let me wake you up. So he's just getting to that point where his eyes are disappearing, so he's gonna need a groom pretty soon here. He's ready to eat and I picked him up from sleeping. So, comment below. Comment below if this was helpful for y'all, if y'all enjoyed it. That's really the only way that I know that y'all want more videos like this. If you're gonna be getting a dog, just be prepared for all the real love they give you. It should never be taken for granted. All right, y'all, let me feed this boy. All right, that's enough. Now you know we won't be doing all that. Why are you looking at them like that? You tired of them? They love you. You love them? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next video. Let's close it out with your paw. Bye. I wish you roses and roses and roses and roses and roses. Hey. I wish you roses and roses and roses. Ooh, never thought I would be without you. I wish you well, I wish you well. I wish you roses while you can still smell pretty flowers. Like, you ever just have one of those weeks, hell, months, years, where you're just like, you know what? Have at this point, I can take whatever. Get down. Get down. Thank you. At any, what is it? Hold on, wait. Kitchen. What'd you call it? Get ready to brush and comb his hair off. Yeah, and I say he's getting sponsorships. Momager. Hi, baby. Hi. Tell me your thoughts. Oh, tell me this lighting is right.
Which in the Old Testament, in the New Testament,
excuse me, sorry.
Spiritual.
Get down.
For another human being, you can say.
All right, Eckhart.
We're
gonna take a break right now, baby. You ready? Get a. Yeah, good boy. We're trying something new. This is why I put him up when I'm recording videos. Sit down. He know what's up. He know what's up. He'll be back up in a second though. Is my heart upside down? Excuse me? Oh no. Y'all, I'm shocked because this is new. This is new. What are you doing? Oh, you showing out. You showing out today. Okay, I can't take it. Ow! You smacked me in the face? I'm sorry. This is too much. This is too much to be trying to do, y'all. Oh, God, help me. What's on your nose? I love you. Can you show them how you give mama hugs? Yay! Hug! It's good boy! Thank you! That's my boy.
I go where I want good. Yeah. I go where I want good. Yeah. I go where I want good.